So then now we'll get into all the thoracic outlet stuff. Okay, so then what was the one we did to, the baseline one to assess the vascular? Okay. Then, so you can do that one, and then what's another thoracic outlet test? Yeah, first you're going to have the patient stay in neutral position. You're going to assess the pulse, and then once you turn your head this way towards me, take a deep breath in and hold it. Turn your back a little bit. So you're looking for what? And or, yeah, so you're looking for a decrease in the pulse or reproduction of the symptoms. And where is most commonly the symptoms for TOS? The lower part of the brachial plexus, so it's like this kind of thing here. C7, C8T1. All right, so, no, that's Adson. But Donahue was the one we did for the neck. So now we're moving into thoracic outlet. Okay. And then what's another one? Halstead. And then what do we do for that one? Turn the head the other way. So just like with a lot of special tests, there's the basic maneuver that you do. Then there's a few things you can do to tweak it up a little bit. So turn over here, then what can we do next? Take a deep breath, hold it, and pull the arm back a little bit, pull the head back a little bit, all those kinds of things. Okay. And then the Allen maneuver, that one. So it's up like this, and then we do turn the head towards or away? Away. Opposite side. And the same thing. We're looking for a decrease in pulse and or reproduction of symptoms. All right, so then those are just basic ones that you can do for thoracic outlet. And then what are some of the other ones that you would do, and why would you do them? Coming back to that question where somebody was talking about, I think, in the history where what makes it better, what makes it worse. Somebody says, well, I don't blow dry my hair anymore because when I did it, I put my hands over my head, I get numbness and tingling. Okay, so what kind of test would you do for that? Oh yeah, that reminds me, there's another test that I left out. I was making sure to see who was paying attention. So we'll go back and see there's a cervical test that we saved till now. But yeah, so there's certain ones you do for this one, the ruse test, right? You have the arms back like this. How long do you do that for?
3 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes. Yeah. First they're going to get bored before you get to 3 minutes, probably. Okay, so what's another one? Okay, what's that one? Yeah. And so then again, you're looking for the same kind of thing. Decrease of the pulse. All right, and then you can do the cost of particular. So that'd be one. When would you do that one? What kind of history would you be looking for? Yeah, so it says I carry heavy groceries, my hands go numb, I drop things. So you can do it one side at a time like that, or you can do both sides like this. And then to accentuate it, you're going to pull the arms down and back, and then you can have them bend the head forward or push the sternum out forward. All right, so then what's the other test that we did for, it's a palliative test for cervical nerve root problems. We talked about, yeah, we're putting the hands like this, shoulder abduction relief test. So what are you looking for when you do that? Reduction of what kind of symptoms? Just pain in the neck or? Yeah. And then what would you suspect maybe if there was an increase in pain? In here? You could have a scaling problem that might make the problems worse if you had thoracic outlet and scaling issues. All right. So then, let's have you sit on this side facing that way. Okay, so now while we have her seated, we're going to move into some of the tests for the thoracic spine. And then as far as these tests, when would you do them? somebody's having pain in the thoracic spine. Either they could have acute injury, or they could have repetitive injuries. You don't really see disc herniations in the thoracic spine, pretty much not heard of much at all. So what was some of the thoracic spine tests that we did? Yeah, you can do different spinal percussion. So you can tap on the spinous process, and then you can tap along the spine, along the paraspinal muscles. Okay, so people are flipping notes. Did anybody find what page that that's in yet? All right, so then what's another test that we can do? So let's say if we're doing percussion, what's the other test that we can do for a traumatic injury? Okay, so I want you to put your fist right here. Okay, so I'm going to press like this, and then I can press, and we talked about before, if there's issues, you can press on the chest like this, or if you feel more comfortable, you can press through the arms. Okay. And then, if you need to do different oblique planes, you could maybe have I want you to put your arm on this side. Put your arm here and then press like that. Yeah. So, if you're dealing with a female patient, you have to be more sensitive to issues. It's a guy who can't. Okay. Okay, and then what's another one if we're getting into some nerve stretching, traction type tests for thoracic?
Slope test.
Okay, so how do we do that? First, you want to maintain the space between your chin and your chest. I want you to slump your shoulders forward without moving. So slump forward like that. Okay. Then we can bring the head forward like that. Then we can bring the leg up like that. And we can do this type of thing. Okay, so what are we looking for there? Basically, it's a nerve traction type of test. It's pretty similar to the other ones we did with like the Lermides and the Soda Hall, that type of thing.
Numbness and pain?
Yeah, numbness and radiating pain. All right. So there is another, what's the other a thoracic spine test that we could do that's not done in this position? We'll do it later. It's the prone, where you have shoulder retraction, scapular retraction. We'll show that later. All right, so then what could we do next? You can spin around back there.
Okay.
Shoulder.
Yeah, so we're working our way down from the neck, down thoracic spine. Now we're getting into the shoulder. Okay. So let's start with acute traumatic injuries. What types of tests can we do for those? Let's say someone had trauma. They said, "Oh, my arm pulled back like that. I was swinging on a bar, and then arms fell back like that when I released." So what type of condition, what might you suspect for that? Yeah. What's the most common type of shoulder dislocation?
Anterior.
Okay, so what kind of test do we do for that? Okay, so what we're doing there, we're basically removing the shoulder into the close pack position. Okay. So then what are you looking for?
Facial expression.
Looking for any evidence of pain, antalgic pain avoidance movements. They're like, oh, don't do that. That's what makes my shoulder dislocate.